Hello. How's it going, everyone? How are you guys doing on this Sunday afternoon? Boom. Alright, we got notifications out there. What's up, Donovan? Clark, FF2, Joe McDonald, Rico, and Clark again. How's it going, everyone? So, we're talking about some comics today. Got a lot of good comics to talk about. I read the first 13 issues of Invincible, which is what this is. It's funny because like I thought it was gonna be more than 13 issues because here, there's so much just like concept art and crap in it. Like there's a whole nother like issue or two's worth, but it's just concept art in the back. Yeah. So like I got to the end and I was like, that's it. I'm gonna get the like compendium. Yeah. So from like. This is all concept art. See, that's like a whole nother issue. That's like a whole nother issue or two. But instead it's just like concept art and sketches and scripts and stuff. Matt quit his stream. F. Did an NPC in Red Dead say something hurtful? I cleaned my room recently. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a girl come over. You end up cleaning stuff and vacuuming everything. So there's no trash bags, everything's clean, there's not like dog hair everywhere. I mean, I did that because I am just a very clean individual, no other motives. How's it going? Did you repaint your room? No, I didn't repaint my room. It's just the like green curtain I had is taken down and I cleaned my room, so that's it. It's 12 a.m. for you? Oof. What's up, Luke? How's it going, UXA? Arthur Morgan. Nothing wrong with the concept. No, nothing wrong with the concept art. I was just disappointed. Like the concept art's cool. It's just like I bought 400 pages worth of Invincible, and I was like, can't wait to read all that. And then like a whole extra issue's worth is concept art, which is fine. It was just I did not know that. Have you decided to do TikTok? No, I'm not doing TikTok. Like the concept art and stuff was cool though. Up and up everything. It was actually some of the best stuff though. Yeah, the extra stuff's cool. It's just I didn't expect like that much because the editing is down. There have been like some freaking like comics where they'll add like the variant colors and concept art at the end, but Invincible had so much. Yeah, so we can talk about the first 13 issues of Invincible. I've watched the first 3 episodes of the show. They changed a lot of stuff for no reason, it seems, which was kind of odd. Like for instance, like the Green Lantern character in the comic was like a black dude, and they changed it to a black woman in the show, and it was like, I'm streaming right now. What's up? Yeah, come on, Shadow. It was kind of like, well, that's kind of odd. Why did you need to like change that? It was just kind of weird. It was like Amazon had to go with the extra step for diversity. How do you like the Whitaker fight? Dude, Whitaker destroyed Gaslam. I knew he was going to do it, but I was so happy. Gaslam's got an invincible chin, though, which we already knew. But, dude, I was so happy for my boy Bobby Knuckles. Freaking put it on him. Dude, when he rocks him with the head kick in the first round, that's Whitaker's best combo is the 1-2 head kick. And everyone knows he's gonna do it, but everyone still gets caught by it besides Adesanya. But that doesn't count. That fight didn't count. I have missed your streams. Thanks, Clark. I'll try to get it to be a little bit more active. Oh, Mitch is in here. Def, read the series before you start the show. Yeah, I've read the first 13 issues, and the shows I think is around that. So that was why I read it first before watching the show. Is the story the same? The story pacing has changed exactly. So that's something that when reading Invincible, I was kind of like, this is a little odd. The pacing is really weird. So I guess we'll just start out talking about Invincible instead of any other comic. So, spoilers for Invincible if you haven't watched the show or read the first 13 issues of the comic. So there's your warning. We'll be talking about Yeah, I was kind of fine with the pacing being changed because the pacing of the comic is really weird. Like, it's really weird in the comic because it goes from just one thing to the next with no segue at all. Like, there's no, like, connection. It's just like, oh, they're fighting this dude. Okay, they beat him, and now, like, and now he's at school. It's like, oh, okay. It's like the pacing is really weird. Like, it's odd. The first season is 8 issues. Okay. I knew it was somewhere around there, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, so the pacing is really weird in the comic. Like, it's kind of just like it's not like any other comic I've read in terms of the pacing. My favorite character was actually, what's his name? The freaking one-eyed alien. I can't remember his name, but that was my favorite character in the comic, honestly. Like, I enjoyed the first 13 issues, but I'm not in love with the series yet. I'm not like, man, this is a must-read, this is amazing. I'm like, it's good, but it's not like that great. And like, the twist isn't a twist at all. Because, again, spoilers for Invincible. If you haven't read or watched it, I'm talking about spoilers right now, so I just want to get that out there. You know, Omni-Man tells his son, he's like, hey, you know, my alien race is very benevolent, and we go around, we try to help everyone, we're the best people ever. It's like, obviously they're bad, and they're not actually helping people. And then the twist, what do you know, they actually take over everywhere they go. And it's like, oh wow, yeah, Alan the Alien. But freaking, I was kind of disappointed that was Seth Rogen playing him in the show, because, I don't know, I just don't like Seth Rogen. Like, he has some good movies, but he's always, like, the worst part of his own movies. Am I the only one that feels that way? Like, Seth Rogen always seems to be the worst part of the weed joke. It's like, okay, you got a dumb laugh, you do a weed joke. That's good for you. Like, he has some funny movies, but him himself is always, like, the worst part of those movies. The next 3/4 is amazing. Okay, yeah, because like I said, like, I like the first 13 issues, but it's not anything I'm in love with yet. It's not anything amazing, but it's pretty good. Some of the things that they changed that I didn't care for was like what they changed with the aliens invading. Like, they changed that in the show. Like, in the comic, it was Omni-Man and Invincible who first run into the aliens, and the aliens that age when they're here. Like, they changed that in the show. It's him and like the teen team, I think that's what they're called, like, run up on them, and like they face them several times, so that part was way different. Also, I was happy with the extended fight scene for when Omni-Man takes down their Justice League, what are they called, the Guardians of the Globe. I was happy like with the extended fight of it, because it was cool. Because in the comic, when Omni-Man kills the Guardians of the Globe, it's literally like 1 or 2 pages. Like, no one gets a chance to fight back. He kills them all like that. But in the show, it's a whole extended fight, which was cool. But I didn't like... Will this live be posted as a video? Probably, sure. I'll probably keep this one up. Since I haven't posted in a while. So there was the only cast of the show I don't like. Yeah, same. Like, Steven Yeun as Invincible is great. But anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, I was saying that, so the fight scene, like, I didn't like how Omni-Man was, like, so hurt and passed out after the fight. I thought that was dumb. Like, I was fine with them putting up more of a fight and having it being an extended fight sequence, but I thought that was so dumb because in the comic, he's so much stronger, and, like, he just destroyed them all, like, so fast, and I was fine with them putting up more of a fight and making an extended fight scene. I just thought it was dumb. They just condensed it for the show. Yeah, they changed a lot in the show. Like, yeah, they fight him later on, but then there was, what was it? Like, when he got kidnapped, like, he didn't willingly go through the portal like in the show Omni-Man. But yeah, like I said, I've only watched the first 3 episodes of Invincible, so I haven't watched all of it yet. But I've read the first 13 issues. I liked Mark Hamill as the Taylor guy. But yeah, some changes felt weird. But overall, I'm enjoying it. There's nothing like I love about it yet, nothing that I really hate about it either. But yeah, the pacing is definitely really weird in the comic, because it's kind of just all over the place. But in the show, they changed things up a bit. They changed the whole, what was it? Oh, man. Yeah, Rexplode's funny in the show. Who's the, I can't remember his name. The black guy in the suit that had, like, he lost his powers because he lost his suit, and then his butler took the suit. Like, that part wasn't anything. They completely took that out of the show. Was Butler attacked at the funeral. That was completely taken out. The whole, like, grave digging scene hasn't happened, but yeah. The superhero tryouts were different too, because in the superhero tryouts they had them actually try out, to where in the show they just have them fight each other, which is kind of dumb. I thought it was done better in the comic when yeah, Black Samson, that's it. When they have them show up, when they have them show up to form the new Guardians of the Globe because old Guardian's dead, so they have Robot make a new thing. And the comic, they have them like try out by putting them through different trials and like testing them. But in the show, they're like, just fight each other and we'll choose, which I thought was kind of dumb. I think like it's a nitpick. It's not like a big deal, but it's something to where like it made more sense. Like if you're trying to pick a team, you think you would put them through the trials instead of just like, hey, fight each other. It doesn't make as much sense. And then the like a lot of the action is extended in the show. Like when they're fighting the mad scientists at Mount Rushmore. Like that is like 4 pages in the comic, but in the freaking and also like nothing of Mount Rushmore gets destroyed, but in the show it's like a huge chunk of the episode. Also like Invincible's mom actually has a job, unlike in the, I remember specifically in the comic, they're like, we know you have no income without Omni-Man because he was like an author or whatever, and so we're going to be taking care of you. But in this, she's like a realtor selling houses and stuff, so that's completely changed as well. They haven't, well, I'm not that far into it yet, but there's some stuff that, like I said, I've only watched the first 3 issues. So I've read the first 13 issues, and I've watched the first 3 episodes. The show who decided that a lot of the rewrites was made better overall, Like, I think the pacing's better in the show, but then there are some just weird changes that just don't make sense. Doesn't have the right. They had to take a lot of stuff because Amazon doesn't have the rights. Oh, I didn't know that. Once Ryan Knightley got the book, eventually got under. Okay. Yeah, because the first 13 issues are all right. Do you think they'll have the Invincible Spider-Man crossover? No chance. Decided to advance in the show. Okay. Yeah, because in this part, then it's like not gonna make sense. Like, because of how they did it in the book. But that's basically all I have to say about Invincible as far as like the show and the comic, because I haven't finished the first season of the show yet. But I have the compendium for Invincible coming in soon, so I'll be able to read more Invincible soon. But I've read the first 13 issues. So as far as comics, I read Tom Taylor, like other comics that came out recently. I have Tom Taylor's Batman the Detective issue 1. This was pretty good. It's with Andy Kubert doing the art, and he's amazing. And this one is sort of got Batman Inc. vibes because they go international. So it's Batman Incorporated. It's sort of, you know, like Grant Morrison-esque, because they go over there with Knight and Squire. And there's like this whole sort of group / cult that hates Batman, and they're like, Batman did a lot of bad things, and so we're gonna undo the good things he's done. And so they try to like kill people that Batman has saved before. So that's kind of the premise of the first issue, and Batman's trying to figure out this group. So I would say it was good. It's not a must read, it's not anything amazing, but it was a solid Batman book. So Batman Detective issue 1. You got Wolverine number 11. Man, do I miss Victor Bogdanovic on Wolverine. They got some filler artists. It's not bad, but not good either. It's kind of just like, it's a filler. It's It's kind of sad. It's like, because Victor Bogdanovic is so good. And we had him and Andy Kubert going back and forth. Or Adam Kubert. Yeah. But it's just, man, the filler artist is disappointing. Not a bad issue, but we get more of like the vampires and stuff. How the vampires are trying to become legitimate like the mutants. And so they're doing things. Spider-Man miniseries so far? Have you read Chip Zdarsky Spider-Man miniseries so far? Well, does he have a new Spider-Man miniseries? Or are you talking... I have not read, the only Chip Zdarsky Spider-Man thing I read was his miniseries that came out like 2 years ago. His like, the freaking Through the Decades Spider-Man series. So, who'd win, Dr. Doom or Superman? Superman. Yeah, well, I don't know if anyone wants to tell Donovan we are done talking about Invincible. Phil Art's the Bane of Comics. Yeah, but they're needed. And then we got the finale to the Prey story arc for Thor, issue 14. good, but it's kind of disappointing with how it ended. So in this series, your Donny Cates Venom run, I've read the first 2 volumes of the hardcover collection, which is like the first, and I've read the Carnage event. What is it freaking called? Absolute Carnage. So let's see. Let me go see what. What does this collect to? So I've read the first 25 issues of Venom, Donny Cates Venom, as well as Absolute Carnage, and that's all I've read for Venom, because I'm waiting. Volume 3 of the hardcover collection comes out in January of next year, so I gotta wait. Yeah, Life Story, that's what I've read, yeah. Or ever rivaling Man of Steel. But yeah, so in this storyline, Donald Blake, who was like the old sort of alter ego of Thor, he comes back and he tries to like basically take the Odin Force from everyone that was ever Thor, whoever had the mantle of Thor and like had the Odin Force. And so he's beating the crap out of people, he's like killing people, it's awesome. And then he kind of just gets his ass kicked at the end, and he's kind of just like not as powerful as he was, and it's kind of lame. Like, it was still good. Like, overall, it's a good storyline. I was really digging it at first, but the finale was a little, like, just not, like, it didn't pay off very well. The finale did not pay off very well. Like, it wasn't a good payoff. It was just like, oh, so they just got all these powerful people together to beat Donald Blake. Okay, like, I guess it makes sense, but it's kind of lame. Geiger, #1, was amazing. If you haven't read Geiger, go read it. It's so good. This is Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, and Brad Anderson's new independent book with Image. It's so good. It's basically about like what if nuclear warfare happened and then some people survived and one guy got superpowers from it. It's actually, I don't want to spoil anything because I know a lot of people probably haven't read it yet, so I'm not going to get into spoilers for this, but it's really good. It also has some Fallout vibes, like like Fallout New Vegas, because at the end they give you like a map that shows like all these different people that control different parts of Vegas, because it takes place in Nevada. And yeah, Geiger's really good, the world building's really good, the teasing is great. Also, there's something about like just holding, like there's some artists that you just can't read digitally, and Gary Frank's one of those. Like, to me, when I just hold a Gary Frank book, there's just something different about it. Like, same with someone like Andrea Sorrentino. Like, you gotta just like hold it in your hands. Like, you can't read it digitally. Like, Gary Frank and Brad Anderson's colors are fantastic. But yeah, Geiger is really good. 1 issue in, just came out like 2 weeks ago. So good, and I can't really go into much detail because I don't want to spoil it, because I know a lot of people haven't read it, and you guys really should read it. And then we got Batman issue 107. This is a continue on the current Scarecrow arc, which, as you can see, Scarecrow looks really weird. That's his current design. It's kind of odd. We also got Harley Quinn. I straight up like skipped Harley Quinn like it was a bad cutscene in a video game. Like when she was taking someone out and talking and there was a lot of word bubbles, I literally just turned the page and didn't even read it. So I'm just so done with Harley Quinn. I'm like, I'm sorry, like James Tynion's a good writer, but I don't like Harley, and I'm like, I don't care about her taking out some thug. I don't care. I don't care to hear her quipping, please. I don't need more Harley Quinn. So I just like literally skipped over that part. But the rest of the book's interesting. It's leading up to the whole freaking future state thing, sadly, with the magistrate. So that's dumb, but it was good. And of course, Jorge Jimenez's art is second to none. It's so good. Like, his art is so good, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, Shadow's passed out. We took him to the dog park earlier, so he's just dead. Doing Arkham Knight in the Batman books? No, they're not doing Arkham Knight. I mean, there is an Arkham Knight in the Batman books, but in terms of storyline, no, they're not doing Arkham Knight. But it is another Gotham's taken over for the 5,000th time. It happens every time. Why would anyone choose to live in Gotham? No one knows. But yeah, I wanted more Scarecrow. There wasn't much Scarecrow in this book, so I want to see more Scarecrow later on. Then we got Superman 30 in Action Comics 1029. Which is more of Philip Kennedy Johnson's Superman. These have been my favorite issues of his run so far. We're not far into his run at all, but these are actually good. Like, it's not amazing. It's not like must read. It's not like, guys, you gotta read this comic. But if you're really thirsting for a decent Superman story, There's some good father-son bonding in here between Clark and John. It still does make me mad every time I see John and he's older because of Bendis. It's kind of like it's that whole stepdad thing of like you see the kid and you just think of his dad. I see John and I think of Bendis. That's how it is. Like I see old John, I just think of Bendis. Dinkelberg. It's like yeah, it seems like Harley Quinn's mandated to be Batman's new sidekick because she's been such a big part of Tynion's run. I don't know why. Like the rest of his run's pretty good. Like it's nothing amazing, but I enjoy his run. It's pretty good. But what he's doing with Harley and making her such a huge part of it is just no. Please stop. I liked Barbara though. Barbara was being all Oracle in this book, and I liked Barbara. She's actually one of my favorite parts of the book. But yeah. In Action Comics, we got, this is continuing off what happened in the last issue in Action Comics, to where like these beings are coming through this portal that can hurt Superman, but they can't hurt John. And John believes Superman's gonna die because of when he went to the future to the Legion of Superheroes, and he read some books that said that Superman like died on this day, or all like records of Superman ended after this, so he thought he was gonna die. So we get like some stuff of talking about that, and sort of like dealing with like when you learn your parents aren't invincible, and we get like a lesson from like Clark and his dad John. So yeah. Then we got Superman 30. This was a story where Superman goes and helps some aliens that he helped a long time ago. It was interesting that my problem was freaking the names that Philip Kennedy Johnson gives these aliens. I lose track. He's like Zerdar Kalarga Jabarga. Like the names are the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And so when they mention someone's name, you're like, I don't know who that is because it's just a complicated ass name. There's like freaking 20 vowels and then an apostrophe and then like 5,000 more. And it's just, that was the problem. But the rest of the book's not bad. It's just that like when they mention someone's name, it's like, I don't know who that is. I had not been reading Detective Comics since Tomasi left. Is it too much to ask for 1 year without Evil Superman? According to DC, it is. Can't read anything with principle. Watching Falcon Winter Soldier. Yeah, I'm watching Falcon Winter Soldier. It's been okay so far. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. This last episode was hella boring. It was like, here's Falcon and Bucky working on a boat. And Bucky's flirting with Falcon's sister. Isn't this what you wanted from a Falcon and Winter Soldier show? Now they're in Baltimore. And it's like, okay. The last episode was a lot of just like, I don't, like, okay. This is not what I wanted from Falcon and Winter Soldier. Zemo's been the best part of the show so far, though. Zemo's been freaking great. The rest of the show, I don't really care too much about. Bucky feels like he's been nerfed. And of course GSP's great, but yeah, Zemo's the best part of that show. Chelsea can stand Mars Criminal. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't have the demographic. Just wanted to watch Bucky and Falcon clean a shrimp boat. It's top tier content. One thing that was funny from episode 5, the last episode, there's a part where freaking Falcon is doing flips and stuff, and you know it's not Anthony Mackie. He can't move like that. But then they'd go in slow motion to really show you it's not Anthony Mackie. Like, he does like some freaking backflip, and they slow-mo it, and you're like, that looks absolutely nothing like Anthony Mackie. Why would you slow that down? Why didn't you just keep it full force, like just full speed or even speed it up? Why are you slow-moing it? It was like such a weird choice. Like, they slow-mo and you're like, yeah, that's not Anthony Mackie. That's some random stunt double. Like, why? Oh, man. Marine Criminal by Ed Brubaker, so I've been putting it off for a while. There's so much to Criminal. I'm excited for the second installment of that, what was it, that Ed Brubaker book that just came out like a couple months ago that I read. It was freaking really good. What was it called? No, that's not it. What is it? Oh, Reckless. I can't wait for part 2 Reckless. Because the first one, okay, I ordered that in December, was freaking really good. Reckless is amazing. I can't wait for the second part of it, second edition. It's really good. Falcon Winter Soldier kind of sucks, but at least John Walker's in races. Yeah. Marine Colonel, I read that. But when does Reckless Volume 2 come out? I think it might be coming out. I thought they might have said something about April. Okay, I searched up Reckless Volume 2 and it's just a bunch of like erotic novels. That is not what I was looking for. Let's see, Ed Brubaker, Reckless. But yeah, what have you guys been reading recently? Was that it? Is Friend of the Devil Volume 2? Let me see. I think Friend of the Devil might be it. Oh, a Reckless book. Yeah, Friend of the Devil. Why is it not letting me click on it? Okay, it comes out May. Okay, yeah. So May 4th. So on Star Wars Day, we get the next book in the line of Reckless books. So I can't wait for that. What are your thoughts on Flashpoint? It's a good book, but should not be the freaking first Flash movie. Flashpoint's really good, though. Mouse and keyboard came. Nice. Have you used it yet? Isn't, I heard something about Jason Aaron doing, like, a World War She-Hulk. It's hilarious that, like, She-Hulk was her own individual character, and now they're just making her Hulk and having her reput Hulk storylines instead of keeping her separate in her own thing. Which show was better, WandaVision or Falcon Winter Soldier? I honestly like WandaVision better, which is surprising. But, yeah, I like WandaVision. Even though the ending was kind of lackluster, the rest of WandaVision was pretty good. What has been disappointing? Nick Spencer making Spider-Man. I heard a lot of people like Nick Spencer making Spider-Man. Maybe it's gotten worse recently. I don't know. I haven't read it though. Guys, I'm to the end of this Pringles can, so I have to reach all the way down. And then they're all broken. It's sad, man. Not a whole Pringle in sight. Well, I want Pringles. I'm hungry. They're sad. Pringles crumbs. Where's Ivan Reese on now? Now that he's free of Bendis on Superman, what's he on? I don't even know what Ivan Reese is on. I've heard Ram V has done some pretty solid work. I don't think I've really read anything of his though. Emergencies, nice. The first part of the season's so good. The second volume's good too, like the sequel, but the first one's so good. Pringles are, well, okay, so pizza Pringles are the best. I like the sour cream and onion Pringles too, but pizza Pringles are freaking amazing, which is what I have right here. But I don't really get many others. The cheddar one's gonna be good too. Yes, I did get the last issue of Sweet Tooth: The Return. Now, when am I going to read all 6 issues? I don't know. Whenever I set aside the time, I'll read all. Because I've been waiting to get all 6 issues and read it at once. That's why I haven't read them yet. But, yeah. Pizza's the worst. What is your problem, Clark? I should ban you. Pizza's the freaking... This is the best Pringles flavor, by far. You plan on streaming on Twitch tonight? Probably. Maybe. What game am I looking forward to this year? Resident Evil Village. I don't know what else comes out this year because everything's been delayed, but Resident Evil Village, I can't wait. Reese is working on the new Batman super. Oh yeah, with freaking what's his name, like the most average writer of all time, the dude that did the Avatar books. I'm excited for Nightwing next week as well. First issue of Tom Taylor's Nightwing Run is freaking amazing. The best book with him. You could read what's it was called? Cry for Justice. Wait, what came right before Cry for Justice? The one where like the thing that Cry for Justice is actually based off of. Dang it. Yeah, that guy. Yang. He's like not bad, but he's kind of he kind of Scott Lobdell territory of just being like not good but not bad, just like the most mediocre, you know. Besides Flash Forward was amazing. Choose one Arkham Asylum or City. Oh, Asylum, easy. Shadow is just dead back there. He's so tired. Well, funny, I don't remember the last thing Prometheus was in. Like, I don't think he's been used in a while, as far as I can remember. I remember when Green Arrow shot him in the head and all the freaking all the superheroes start acting like Green Arrow was such a bad guy. Like, how dare you shoot him in the head? You shouldn't have shot Prometheus. Like, so funny. The whole trial and everything for Oliver because he killed a guy that had killed tons of people and destroyed a city. The Suicide Squad? I have not read anything Suicide Squad in forever because Suicide Squad tends to be ass. Like a lot. I'm sad that I just have Pringles crumbs. I had a very disappointing burger earlier today. That was just terrible. I have not had anything else to eat. Like a really bad burger. And now I have pizza Pringle crumbs. What comics even came out this week? Even though I already picked up my pull, I wonder. Let's see. Oh. I'll read Invincible free with unlimited. Okay, comics over. Batman Fortnite 0 point. Did that issue come out with Snake Eyes yet? I don't know what happened. It's the only thing that I care about with that. Where was the burger from? Freaking some random place. It's not a chain, just some random place out here in Washington, and it was bad. It's a new deluxe edition for A Death in the Family. Oh, Batman Urban Legends came out. Too bad there's only like freaking 12 pages of that book I care about. I forgot about the whole Tom King Rorschach book. We're 7 issues into that. I actually heard it's not bad. At least initially. I have no clue about now. New issue of Wonder Woman. Yeah, there was like nothing from DC that came out this week. Let's see about Marvel. I wanted a Green Arrow series from Tom King as well. That's I mean not Tom King, Tom Taylor. And so I said freaking prior to him getting Nightwing, I wanted him to bring Green Arrow back. But instead, guess who we got bring Green Arrow back? Brian Michael Bendis in Justice League. Woo. Thor and Daredevil. Bounty Hunters. I haven't read Bounty Hunters yet. That was the only book that I picked up this week that I have not read yet. Is Bounty Hunters. I have it. Well, besides Sweet Tooth, but that's because I need to read all. Are you still reading Deadly Class? I've read the first 2 volumes of Deadly Class. I need to read more. But no, I'm not up to date on Deadly Class. I've only read the first 2 volumes. Book gets crazy. Ow. You read the IDW TMNT ongoing? No, I did not. I've not read it. I need to read some TMNT comics though. I've heard some of them are really good. Bendis is just the worst at everything. Ever. It's amazing that he once wrote some good comics. Because, man, he is so bad now. And just... his Justice League, I heard, is terrible. I was talking to a guy at my comic shop this last week who was a big Bendis fan and loves Bendis. And he was talking about how bad Justice League is. Bounty Hunters is really good. You should read it. Bounty Hunters is freaking great. It's essentially Space, Jonah Hex, and then a bunch of other Star Wars Bounty Hunters thrown in there. And the stories are actually fun. It's from freaking, what's his name? Ethan Sachs. My boy from Old Man Hawkeye. Ethan Sachs has been so solid. Like Old Man Hawkeye, freaking Old Man Star-Lord, and now Bounty Hunters. Like, he's really solid. I think he was like a reporter or something too prior to this, which is like random. He just came out of nowhere and then just writes good comics for Marvel. Yeah, I feel like I was excited for the Chip Zdarsky Red Hood story, but the problem is you have to pay like, I don't know how much, like $5 or whatever, and you get like one story from Chip Zdarsky and then like 3 other stories from people I don't care about. It's like these stupid backup stories are throwing in the back of like Action Comics and stuff. Check out TNT, that's running. It's 2 issues in. Okay, I might look at it. New Avengers, Young Justice, then you know what to expect with Justice League. Lots of quipping. New Avengers wasn't bad, but that was before he got full on freaking Bendis, and his Bendis speak is so bad. Like, the worst example of it in recent memory for me was on Detective Comics 1027, the anniversary issue, you know, the big issue where they got a bunch of creators to come in and do their own stories, and they got Bendis for some reason. And there's one where there's a crime scene, like some dude's dead on a rooftop, and all the Bat family members show up to investigate. And when they're there, they're like quipping and hugging and joking right over a dead body that they're supposed to be investigating. And it's like, what is going on? And also, no one sounds like themselves. They all sound like the same characters. Like, if you closed your eyes and had someone read you the dialogue and had to guess who was saying what, you would have no clue. You'd be like, is this all Deadpool? Like, what is this? Full on Bendis hit his breaking point in 2014. Like, he's just... I thought, like, when he first moved over to DC, I thought maybe he got bored with playing with all the same toys, and now he'd have a new box of toys with DC, and maybe, like, I didn't have a whole lot of hope that he'd be good at DC, but I thought maybe he would refine his old self and, like, his creativity. But he didn't. He's just more of the same. Like, the Man of Steel miniseries was okay at first. Like, it wasn't abysmal, and then it got bad and stupid, and Supergirl threw Vrogel into the Phantom Zone, and now, yeah, that's something that happened that was annoying. And like, I think it's a Superman issue. In this issue, they're out mini golfing, Clark, John, and Lois, and it's funny because everyone knows Clark is Superman. So Superman's out with his family just mini golfing, and then John and Clark leave Lois there, and it's like, okay, what if someone just wanted to kill Lois? You guys are gone. Because everyone knows who you are now because of Bendis, and it's like... Black Iron Comic story? Alright, that's cool. Yeah, it didn't, freaking, what's his name? Matthew Rosenberg wrote the Grifter story, I think, didn't he? He's a guy that's like his Punisher run was fun. It's not like the best Punisher run ever, but it was fun. The art was a little weird. Like, sometimes it looked cool and sometimes it looked terrible. And there was one DC game just about Red Hood. Well, good luck getting DC to make anything about freaking anyone that's not Batman or the Suicide Squad. Or what? Just a crossover with who? I still need to read the volume 4, I think, of Daredevil. I got it and I read like the first 2 issues in the trade, but I haven't read all of it yet. Nice, nice, nice. I need to get a new bookshelf. I ran out of space on my bookshelf forever ago. I need to get a new one, but bookshelves aren't cheap, and they're also... They can take a minute to set up. Shadow. Shadow. Shadow! Bud! What are you doing? You just staring at the door. Oof. New 52 Superman. I think you mean Harley Quinn. Yeah, it's funny how Deadshot in that game and the Suicide Squad game's literally gonna be Boba Fett. That's cool. I didn't even know Man-Bat had a book right now. Man-Bat has a book, but Jonah Hex doesn't? Freaking DC, stop giving everything to Batman characters. Try it all. Try it all. Try it all. Why do you doing? What are you doing? I wish Jonah Hex had a book right now. Oh, Ian's home. That's why he's like, who? Is he here, Shadow? Shadow's gonna start flipping out. Shadow, who's here? Who's here, bud? I just didn't want to read a Joker book, to be honest. My thoughts on Batman Begins? It's pretty good. I like it. I haven't watched it forever. It was pretty good. Yeah, I actually watched Deathstroke Knights and Dragons like a couple weeks ago. The first action scene was really cool. Sadly, the action never gets that good again, and they changed a lot of things for no reason. It was okay. It's like one of those that I don't think anyone should pay to see, but if you have access to see it without paying, then do it. Like if you have HBO Max, that's how I watched it. It was on HBO Max. Do it. But I would not suggest paying for it. It's not worth. Do you think so? Batman and his cast are the only characters that need books? Pretty much. They're the only ones that get books, movies, TV shows. They get everything because Batman's the cash cow. Instead of investing in their other characters, and then they'll occasionally be like, "Oh yeah, Superman's kind of how we got off at the beginning, so we'll give him some stuff." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, Wonder Woman's like the biggest female superhero of all time. We'll give her a couple things." People kind of like Green Lantern and Flash, so we might give them some things. But I don't think anyone else exists outside of those characters. Yeah, in the Arkhamverse, so I don't know how they're going to explain the King Shark thing, but they explained the Deadshot thing by saying that the white Deadshot was a fake Deadshot, and he just went around using that, using the Deadshot moniker, and then the real Deadshot, the black guy, came in and killed him and took back his moniker. But the thing that doesn't make sense is he was using it for decades, since Arkham Origins, up to Arkham City and beyond, he was Deadshot. And the real Deadshot was just okay with that? That's what doesn't make sense. Like, Deadshot's a badass that would not be okay with people using his freaking name. He wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, you can go on for like decades using my name. That's fine. You can go, use my name for a decade. I don't care." It's like, what? Oh, Naomi's getting on. And Bendis is getting paid for that because he created the character. Dexter's always a great artist. Thoughts on Nightwing right now? The first issue from Tom King was Tom Taylor. They're both bald and they freaking have similar names. Okay, Tom Taylor was great. Like, it's really good. We should have made Justice League game the Suicide Squad game. That would have been cool. Instead, we're getting a Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game coming out in 2026. And just gets canceled. Yeah, Deadshot would definitely defend his reputation. Exactly. Instead of like, "Hey, who's this white guy that keeps getting his ass beat by Batman and is like really bad?" Also, he's hit some insane shot in freaking Arkham City. Remember, like, he freaking ricocheted the bullet off 50 different surfaces, and everyone was like, "Holy crap, this could only be Deadshot." But I guess anyone can do it. Reverse Michael Jackson mode. Prefer Batman or Spider-Man? Batman. I like Batman's stories better, but as a character, I might like Spider-Man better. I don't know. Hard to say. Probably Batman, but I don't know. Some people get paid for crappy ideas. I want to be that guy. I want to get paid for crappy ideas. I want to have the show. I know. I hope Gotham Knights is better than the Avengers game. It probably will, but it's still dumb that they went with that. Like, they went down that path. Like, no one wanted that. No one wanted that freaking go-up RPG type thing. Ugh. Is Omni-Man a better character than Superman because he kills? That literally makes... That question makes no sense. But yeah, dude, imagine being the guy that gets paid for the crappy ideas. Imagine being Brian Michael Bendis. You get paid to go out there and just destroy characters. That'd be cool. I could do that. Give me the job, DC. I could destroy all your favorite characters. Miss anything? I don't know, Alan. I have no clue what you missed. Deadshot killing like 10 guys with 1 bullet. Yeah, and that's just some random white dude that took up his mantle. So, apparently there's another super skilled freaking sharpshooter. But now he's dead because the real Deadshot killed him. It just feels like unnecessary and weird. Like, okay, why are you making him black now, Rocksteady? This doesn't make any sense. There's no like cultural connections for Deadshot. It's weird. Like, I don't understand. What's the helicopter? What's this? Yeah. But some random guy that's not Deadshot can do that. How's Kennedy Johnson's Superman run so far? Has it started? Yes, it started. I'm kind of waiting for something to happen with it. Like, it's not bad. Like, these actually, issue 30 of Superman in 1029 of Action Comics were actually good. But it's nothing amazing yet. Nothing's really happened. We're still building stuff. We're still kind of building towards future state, sadly, with, like, War World. But I am interested. And Philip Kennedy Johnson talked about, like, an epic event he's doing. So, I'm interested. Because Will Smith. Will Smith's, like, never going to play Deadshot again because of how bad Suicide Squad. What do you think about the new Mortal Kombat movie? I can't wait to see it. I'm excited. The get over here is so disappointing in the trailer though. He's like, get over here. It's like, why is that so weak? Retcon reverse Michael Jackson. Well, they're basically retconning it by saying that this guy is the real Deadshot, but the fake Deadshot existed for a decade and the real Deadshot did nothing about it. And it doesn't make any sense. And I don't understand why they decided to do it, because Will Smith is, like, never going to play Deadshot again. It's not like, okay, we want Deadshot to be black in everything, so we got to make it black in this. It's like, he's white in the comics. He's never going to appear in the movies again. And so it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. It's weird. This chair is like... I need to get a new chair. This chair's uncomfortable. I think Suicide Squad looks good. I honestly was not too happy with the trailer. I thought the Green Band trailer was actually better than the Red Band trailer. But John Cena is like the only thing I liked. Did you watch Whitaker's fight? Yes, I did, dude. Freaking pieced Gastelum up. Gastelum's chin is freaking made of vibranium, though. Like, can't do anything. Dude eats 3 shots and keeps coming forward. Got rocked by a head kick in the first round, though. Ate that freaking front kick to the jaw in the 4th or 5th round, too. That was hilarious. He ate so many check left hooks, too. And Gastelum's like, cool. Got out-grappled. I thought it was hilarious, though, how in the build-up to the fight, Gastelum was like, I'm better than him everywhere, and he knows it. And then he got outstruck and out-grappled. Boom, boom, boom. Do you think Batman is right for not killing Joker? Or do you think he should kill him? Oh, he should definitely kill him. If Batman cared about the people of Gotham, truly he would kill the Joker. But he's too selfish because he thinks it'll corrupt himself if he kills Joker. Like, that's just the truth. the freaking government is too corrupt to actually put Joker down like they should, and Batman is too selfish because he believes it'll corrupt himself because he has apparently no willpower to resist killing people after he kills Joker because it'll open a doorway that he can never close. Or he should just let Jason do it, or someone else. Like, in actuality, that's how it should be. Like, Joker being alive makes no sense. But we get cool Joker stories. You like that Alfred's a billionaire? I thought that was cool in the Nightwing thing, where it's like he got some Wayne stock and was really smart with it, and then gave the money to Dick Grayson. I like that. I thought it was cool. A neat little thing Tom Taylor did. I actually got his name right. I didn't say King. So is Idris Elba do a DC movie? Yeah. Well, thanks to that though, my freaking Bloodsport video has gotten so many more views because everyone wants to know who the hell Bloodsport is, so they Google it, and my video pops up. So that's funny. I made that video freaking 5 years ago. Well, like 6 years ago. Like in 2015. Dang. Yeah. Who's here after you heard Idris Elba's playing Bloodsport? Let's see. Yeah. Who's here after you heard Idris Elba's playing Bloodsport? Crying, laughing emoji, hand raising emoji. Well, it's official. This is Idris Elba's Suicide Squad character. This video is about to get a lot of views thanks to DC fandom. Yeah. It did get a lot more views. It was not at 10,000. I don't remember what it was at prior to the fandom and then the trailers coming out and stuff. It's funny though. Do you watch MMA in general or just one of your favorite fights? I watch MMA in general. Like, I watch most fight cards. When it comes to, like, the pay-per-views, I generally watch the whole card. Fight nights, some fight nights are terrible. Like, last night, I only watched the Whitaker fight because I didn't care about any of the other fights. But, like, with the pay-per-views, I'll watch generally, like, the whole cards. It all depends what I'm doing that day as well, but, yeah. Generally, if there's a fight night or a pay-per-view, I'm watching it. But I'm not always watching all of it. But I'll at least catch a couple fights. Will be the What Ifs you show, okay. The divisions don't kill. Okay. I don't really see many people saying Batman doesn't have flaws. It's pretty obvious Batman does. I see a lot of dummies saying Superman doesn't, but to the last oh yeah. To the last super chat. Shot just kind of freaked out. He's like you can kill and still be a superhero, especially someone like the Joker. Dude, I've watched a couple episodes of season. I watched most episodes of season 1. I watched a couple episodes of season 2, and I'm like, Titans is just terrible. Surprised it's still going on. It's just a bad show, dude. Like, it's just not good. I've only read like 2 issues of Grant Morrison's X-Men run, and I don't even remember them. So I don't have any thoughts on his X-Men run. I've like picked up 2 random back issues like forever ago, and that's it. Favorite Batman cons for the comics? I don't know. There's a lot. Thoughts on Godzilla vs. Kong? It's pretty boring until it gets to Hong Kong. Then Hong Kong's awesome, so that's cool. The story is really dumb, and the human characters are stupid. What are your predictions for UFC 261? I think Usman's going to freaking hug Masvidal for 5 rounds like he did last time and really give him a good toe stomping. The only chance Masvidal has is if Usman gets really confident with his striking and decides he really wants to go with him. Because in that first fight, in the first round, as much as everyone says he like 50-43'd Masvidal, that first round, in my opinion, I think Masvidal won it because Usman did nothing and Masvidal outstruck him. But you could see on the feet when Masvidal actually wasn't gassed, they weren't even close on the feet together. Masvidal was so much crisper and better and sharper than Usman. But the thing is, Usman is so strong and his clinch game is so good. His wrestling's actually not that great in terms of keeping you down. Like, he's got good takedowns, but he was terrible at keeping even a gassed Masvidal down. Like, Masvidal would just get straight back up. Like, his clinch game is insane. He just clinches you against the fence and you can't get out unless you're Gilbert Burns or Colby Covington. Well, he never even tried to freaking clinch Colby. But, yeah, so I think Usman's going to just destroy him again. But Masvidal's only chance is if Usman decides, hey, I'm going to show you how good I am. I've been training with Trevor Whitman, and I freaking knocked out Gilbert Burns, so I'm a powerhouse now. I'm going to strike with you. Rose versus Weili, I have no clue where that goes. That's the fight I'm most hyped for on that card. Rose versus Weili, no clue where that goes. And then Shevchenko's gonna freaking murder Andrade, because Andrade is like the most non-technical fighter of all time, who just uses her size. But she's moving up now, and I don't think she's gonna be able to slam Shevchenko on her head. So those are my predictions. But the Weili Rose fight, I have no clue who's gonna win that one. See the Fast and Furious, it shows the whole movie. I don't care about Fast and Furious. Like I haven't really ever been into it. Hit with the power without. Yeah, Titans is terrible. And avoid things. Doom Patrol. I watched like the first 2 episodes, I think, of Doom Patrol, something like that. I just didn't like it. I was not into Doom Patrol. I like freaking Brendan Fraser being back, but his money in is now just going back to coaches of wrestling. Oh, I freaking Ian thinks he didn't, but I think Askren took a dive. Yeah, Askren flopped. Exactly. I think he took a dive. Like, that was a real punch he took, but I think he took a dive. Like, he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to get punched and then be like, oh, no, I'm out. I think he took a dive, 100%. Like, that was, it wasn't anything special that Jake threw at him. And, he had his hands down and, never even tried to move out of the way. And just, I think he took a dive. I think 100% he's like, oh, I got paid, $1 million. Because the disclosed purse was $500,000, but with other stuff he talked about how he got basically $1 million, and he also got stake in Triller. So the better Triller does, the more money he makes in the long run, which Jake Paul winning helps that. But yeah, I 100% think Askren took a dive. It's kind of sad Askren would do that because I really like Askren, but are you excited for the Bad Batch TV show? Not really. Yeah. It could have been Delta Squad. Why is it Bad Batch? How about Swamp Thing? I never watched Swamp Thing. I heard it was good. What's your favorite comics? What's your favorite Superman's costume from the comics outside the classic suit? So there's one in the early 2000s that he had, where it was this exact same as the typical classic Superman suit, except instead of the yellow in the background behind the red S, it was black. I thought that was cool. I like that. Shamrock. Man, 2 juiced up dudes. But yeah, I definitely think Askren took a dive. It looked like he 100% took a dive. I mean, we knew Askren was a terrible striker and all that, but what he did that it made no sense. I was like, eh. Bam, bam. That's a long Halloween trailer. Looks good. I hope the movie's good. It bends where they got punched aside and cried in the ring for 10 minutes. No, I did not, but I heard about it, and he got rolled out on a stretcher. I did not watch that before. Trailer's freaking painful. Lightning Superman? No. Red and blue Superman. Oh yeah, I forgot about Stargirl. I haven't heard anyone talking about Stargirl. You like any DMX songs? A couple. Starspan. Where he's a big part of the freaking my cat's just staring at me. Very good episode of Falcon Winter Soldier so far. I don't know. Nothing really stands out. The show's just been, I don't know, I haven't really cared for the show that much so far. Which I was excited for because I really like Bucky. But the show's just been it's nothing that great so far, to be honest. I don't know if I have a favorite episode. I have to look at the episode list. Because I don't even remember. It's just here's this ginger woman going around being a terrorist, but also talking about how evil the corporations are. So she's right, but she's bad. Also, it doesn't make sense how they're taking things over when they're still vulnerable to bullets. Like this terrorist group seems like the easiest terrorist group of all time to combat. Like they got the super soldier serum. Oh no, what do we do? I don't know, shoot them? They can't dodge the bullets. They don't have a shield. Just shoot them. Like Kill Justice comes out, a small patch will be released in the old Arkham games. Don't worry about it. Just a change. To show the singular. Alright, see you, Ethan. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'll try to stream more often. Falcon Winter Soldier, WandaVision? I have not read Stargirl now. Do you still think Bucky Barnes should be Captain America? Yeah, definitely. I think him being Captain America makes way more sense than Falcon. I know they tried to explain it in this last one, but I still think Bucky being Cap makes more sense. But that's just my opinion. JSA World War II, it comes out Friday. I forgot all about that. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it. Like, the trailer looks okay, but... Any recommendations for Shazam comics? Yeah. The only Shazam comic I've read is Jeff Johns' backup stories with Gary Frank from the New 52 Justice League. It was good. I liked it. But it's literally like, that's what the Shazam movie was based off of. Just the Shazam movie didn't use Black Adam. And obviously they changed things, but... Jimmy. Yummy. But yeah, I haven't really read any Shazam other than that. But I don't know if there's much more to talk about. Talk about all the comics I read this week. A little bit of Invincible. Probably gonna watch the rest of Invincible today. And I need to read Bounty Hunters. I haven't read that yet. I might stream on Twitch some later tonight. I stream Warzone all the time with my friends. Any of you guys watch the Battlefront videos? Me and those guys play Warzone now. So, if you want to watch me play that, link in the description to my Twitch. I stream that there. Favorite comic of all time? Superman Up and Away. For the movie. How the hell do you like the movie better than the comic, Evil Black Cat? You have the worst taste. They're going to cast a woman to play Plastic Man? Well, that kind of changes the name. Sliding time scale. It's not about who's been his partners longer. It's about the fact that kind of Bucky needs some redemption, considering he's been the Winter Soldier this whole time, and he would fit as Captain America, to where everyone loves Falcon. And he already has his his mantle. Like, he is Falcon. People love Falcon. The public love Falcon. No one. Winter Soldier's a bad guy, so he needs like his redemption, and being Cap would help with that. And also the fact that, like, Falcon before was like, I don't even want to be Captain America. Yes, and Twitch stream highlights are there on my second channel, like Donovan pointed out. Will you be live on Twitch tonight? Probably. No guarantees, but probably. I'll probably be live on Twitch tonight. More than likely. Probably like an hour or so. I just need to get some food in me, take my dog for a walk, and then I might go live on Twitch. What do you think of John Walker in the show so far? The guy that plays him kind of acts a little goofy. I don't know why, especially in the suit, like in his dialogue delivery, he's just kind of goofy. I don't know. Bucky's all super. That too. Like, I think he would do a better job at Captain America, considering Falcon can fly, and that's it. He's not, you know, a super soldier. How does Godzilla vs. Kong rank with the other monster movies? Okay, Godzilla 2014. From best to worst. Godzilla 2014, Godzilla vs. Kong, Kong Skull Island. All the way down here is Godzilla King of Monsters. That movie was terrible. Do you hate John Walker? I don't understand all that. I don't hate John Walker. I just think the guy that plays him acts a little goofy. But yeah, I don't hate John Walker. He is a bit like, in the comics he was always an asshole. Like, I've only read a few things with John Walker, but from what I remember, he's like, he wasn't evil, he was just like an asshole. And this, they're making him a bit, they're making him really crazy. But it'll be interesting to see how things play out the end with him. But I think that's going to be it. Like I said, link in the description to follow me on Twitch, or if you want to see my second channel where I post my Twitch highlights, I'll probably be live on Twitch tonight streaming Warzone. So yeah, thanks to everyone who showed up. See you guys later. Read some good comics, and I'll see